Okay, so the next thing I want to do actually is adjust the title of our page. Okay, and by title I mean this guy right here. All right, so if you see, the title kind of sucks. It's not really that great. It would be a lot better if it was thicker and bolder and it was like in the center and all that other business. There's a couple reasons why that is, and we're gonna fix it now. Okay. The reason why is that if we go to, I guess that's on ind. Oops, stay over there. Come on, little menu. If we go to index where we write the title, you'll see that we write the title. This doesn't do anything. So what it's doing is it's making the title, but it's not an H1, it's not a P, it's not anything. It's literally like if you wrote in PHP, like if you ever wrote in a PHP document and didn't wrap it inside of HTML, it will just be like plain text. That's what it's doing. So there's no formatting being placed on it. So that's one of the things that needs to be done. And that's a relatively easy fix. So we can do that. The other issue is that it's not, the other thing I want to do is this. So when I'm on the products page, I want it to say products, right? Which is great. When I'm on the home page, when you go on a home page, it never says home, right? That's a weird thing to do, but that is the name of what the page is. So what I want to do instead is on the home page, I want it to say what the site name is, like knockoff toys. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a condition to say, if you're the home page, make it the site name. But if it's a sub page, just make it the sub page name like normal. So right now, it's already set up for the correct title for a sub page. We just need to add something that's going to change it for if it's the home page. Okay. So we're just going to add a little bit of code to this. Well, some code to this. And then we'll go from there. So after the post, what we're going to do is we're going to say if, let's tab this in so we can tell that it's if blank is underscore front underscore page. Okay. So basically we're going to say, so if we took the exclamation out point, this would say, if it's this will say, this will become true or false. If it's the front page, this will be true. And if it's not the front page, this function will result in false, okay? But if I put an exclamation point in it, exclamation point does the opposite. So this is going to say if it's not the front page, then it's going to do the next thing we tell it to do, okay? So we have to follow the same syntax here, so I'm not going to do the usual brackets thing that we do. Instead, I have to do the same thing they did up here with these weird little colons. So we're going to do a colon. So basically, if is front page, then I have to escape out of PHP, and then I want to write some HTML that has a class on it and also formats it for me. So I'm going to go back into HTML mode so I can do this. We'll do div class, and then we're going to call it theme title. Okay. That way it's wrapped in theme title, and then and we'll go ahead. I'm going to close it over here, even though we got to do a little bit there, but just so that it's easy to see. So we'll close it there. Okay, so div theme title, and then after that, what I want to do is tab that in, and we want to do an H1, and then in the H1, I want to write the title. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay. All right, so we're going to write the title, sorry. Yeah, so we're going to go into PHP, so PHP, and then it's going to be the title. So I'm just going to bring this up here, the title. Then we're going to go back out of PHP and then close the H1, like so. Okay. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take this content out because this is going to be outside this loop, this if statement. Okay. So just take that out. So we're going to say if that, then that. Okay. Then we need to go back into PHP again. PHP. All right. And then it's going to continue on with what it is. All right. So we're going to say, it's going to do this loop, and it's going to say, if it's not the front page, right, escape out of it, add a div with a class theme title, and then write in H1, then use PHP to write the title and wrap that in the H1. We'll put a space there. Then close that div for that, and then go back into PHP again. And then we have to do basically our else. Okay, so in here, match this up. We're going to go else. What I want to do is going to be, again, the same kind of weird syntax. We're going to go out of PHP. It's basically going to be the same thing that you see here. And then we're going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to copy this. Actually, we'll copy this whole thing here. Let's copy that. Control C, Control V, and let's see, back this guy up. Oops, one right there. Okay, so we're going to go back out of PHP. Again, I'm going to write theme title, but instead of the title, we're going to do this. We're going to say echo, which means write out. And we're going to do get underscore blog info. And what I'm going to want from it is its name. And then put a semicolon. Okay. So again, we want to wrap this into the same thing. They're both going to use the same class. Okay. So what it's going to do is it's going to go into H1, and then it's going to write the blog info. Okay. So echo just means write out. And then get blog info. So you can get different info. This is the way you get information about the website. And the information I'm going to get is the name of the website. And so what it's going to do is it's going to return the name of it, and then it's going to write it out. And I wrap that in an H1, so it's going to show up as an H1. And that's going to be nested inside this div that's a theme title that we can then use to apply CSS to. Okay? That's the idea of it. All right. So yeah, we go like that. We go back into this, and then this is again part of the weird syntax. It's end if like that, and now we can write the underscore content like that. Okay. So again, I know this is kind of confusing. What you're doing is we're running the loop that we did before, but when it runs it, it's going to do either this or this. It's going to say, if this is true, do what's in here, else do what's in here. And then when that's done, it's going to go ahead and put the content in, which is the body of the text, okay? So we just say, if it's not the front page, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap inside of a div named this. I want you to write the title, but write it inside of an H1. Else, do the same thing, but you're going to print out the name of the site because then it would be the front page. All right, so that's the idea of what it's doing. So let's go ahead and save that, and then let's go back here and make sure it's not broken. Always preview and make sure it's working. So now you'll see it says knockoff toys, not home. And when I click on products, it says products. And if I had subpages, all the subpages would show up as that, except for home. Home is always going to write knockoff toys now, because that's set as the front page. If you remember in the beginning, you go to inside of your WordPress settings, you go down to settings, and then reading, and then you can change, you say a static page for your home page, and you choose. That's how it knows which one it is, okay? So that's one aspect. And then the other thing I want to do is just format my title a little bit better, because it's kind of over here. I just want to make it centered. So that's pretty easy. Just go to your styles, okay? And then after this section, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing we did before, where I'm just going to add actually, did I put it right after? I did, okay. So we'll write title, okay, like this. And then all we're going to do is we're going to say dot theme title. That was the class that we attached to it. And I'm just going to do width. We'll set it to 100%, just to make sure it's fully the whole thing. And then we'll do font size. And I just want it bigger than what it normally is by default. So this will make it twice as big as the default size. And then we're just going to do text align, and I'm just going to do center. Okay. And we'll save that. And now if we go to the site and we refresh it, you'll see that it'll be in the center and it'll be bigger. All right. Let's make sure we save that. Control S. Theme title. That should be right. Let's Control S. Oops. Sorry. I didn't want to save that. Refresh. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so see, that's why we got to double check things. All right. Let's go to the header and make sure I didn't write the theme title. Oops, sorry, it would be the index. So class theme, oh, class equals, whoops. If you notice that, then bonus points to you. Okay, so there we go. So now it's in the center, and there you go. Okay, so products, and then if I go here, you'll see it's nice and big. It'll say knockoff toys, and that's more what I wanted. Okay, so I think that's all we wanted to do on this one. Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's a little bit better. So looks good. Let's go to the next thing.